I hope that you are with your textbook and notebook. Okay, let's start. Now today, this is our fourth lecture, students, and we are completing one by one subtopics which are there in this chapter. We have started with the lesson number 1 of maths 1, that is the sets. Okay. In the previous 3 lectures, we have seen concepts of set, that is the basic how to denote, how to read a set, methods of writing sets, examples also we have seen on these methods of writing sets. 2 methods we have seen, listing method and rule method. Different example also we have seen, and also we learn how to convert listing method to the rule method and from rule method to the listing method. Then types of sets. In types of sets, we have seen 4 different sets along with their examples: singleton set, empty set or the null set, finite and the infinite. Okay. Along with the types of sets, we also note down all the sets of numbers. Okay. All the sets of numbers, because these sets of number, natural number, whole number, integers, rational and real numbers, they are specified at the beginning of every set. Means whenever you want to read, whenever you want to convert, okay, that set of numbers, it is there or it is mentioned prior to the variable, and that also we have seen along with examples. Then equal sets. Equal sets, if 2 sets contain exactly the same element, okay, exactly same element, no matter their order of the element, they are changed, then that particular 2 sets are said to be equal sets. And all these subtopics which we have studied so far, example also we have done on all these subtopics. Okay. So today also we are going to see one more interesting subtopic of this chapter, that is Venn diagram. Now, in this chapter, students, there are many subtopics. Okay. As you see that the name is very small. The name of the chapter is very small, sets. But whatever the subtopics are there, they are too many subtopics are there in this chapter. And all these subtopics, if you will not understand, then it will create a confusion, and obvious that this topic will be difficult for you. Okay. So each and every subtopics we are going in detail and try to understand it. Okay, try to understand it. So far we have done a single lecture on methods, types of sets, then concept of sets, and today we are going to see what is Venn diagram actually. Okay, what is Venn diagram? With the help of this Venn diagram, all other next topics, they are related. All other next topic, they are what? Related. Means in further, whatever you are going to study, subset, then operation on the sets, intersection, then disjoint, union and all. Okay. All this, they are related to this Venn diagram. So this Venn diagram, again, it is an important subtopic. Okay, if you understand how to draw the Venn diagram when a particular set is given, then I think that the next all topics, it will be easier for you. Okay, now what is Venn diagram? Normally students in maths, especially in maths 1, okay, that is part 1, we normally use the diagrams to denote a particular collection of the data. Like in statistic, we have so many numbers, we have so many data. Okay, so to understand it more clearly, okay, to understand it more clearly, we use tally marks. Okay, then we use bar diagram, joint bar diagram, percentage bar diagram that you have studied in your lower classes. Okay, so by looking at that bar diagram or the tally mark, the vast data, it can be studied or it can be understand with the help of that particular diagram. Okay, also graph, again one more topic is of the graph. If a graph is given, okay, then we can able to find out, or we can find out the equation, or when equation is given, we are drawing the graph that you are going to study in further in future. Okay, so Venn diagram, it plays again an important role. Okay, whenever the sets are given, till now we have seen listing, rule method, okay, everything we have done with the example. Now that particular set, how it can be represented in a diagrammatic form or a pictorial form, okay, or a pictorial form. So by looking at that picture only, you can identify what are the elements or which sets are given. Easily you can identify the element by looking at the Venn diagram. Okay, so now this Venn diagram, it was introduced, by a British logician, that is the John Venn. Okay, he was the first person to use the closed figure to represent the sets. Means till now sets we have written in the curly bracket using the variable, using the listing method. Okay, but this person, John Venn, he used the closed figure, that is circle. You can use the triangle also, circle, oval. Okay, to represent that set, to represent the set. And such representation or such pictorial representation are called as what? Venn diagrams. Okay, and that particular Venn diagram, the name was given on his name itself, that is his name was John Venn. So whatever he done, his contribution, so that particular diagrams which he introduced, that called what? Venn diagrams. Now what this Venn diagrams? Venn diagrams are very useful to understand and illustrate the relationship among the sets and to solve examples based on the sets. As I told you, then if set is given, by looking at the Venn diagram, you can easily write what are the elements of that particular set. Okay, if two sets are given, then also you will easily distinguish between the relationship among the two sets and write the elements. Okay, so this Venn diagram, it is an very important contribution that he has introduced. Okay, and it is really helpful for finding the relationship among the sets. And this particular Venn diagram, we are going to use it further in each and every topic that we will studying. Okay, so understand this particular Venn diagram, how to draw and how to write the element in this Venn diagram very carefully. Okay, now as you know that this John Venn, he was a British logician, and his famous book is what? Logic of Chance. Okay, Logic of Chance. In further standard, you will be studying very important and a very interesting chapter, that is the probability. Okay, so that also was introduced by this particular person. Okay, so in his book, that is the Logic of Chance, all he has mentioned whatever he had contributed. Okay, so one of the contribution is the Venn diagram, and the second contribution, that is the probability. Okay, and this particular probability, it will be introduced to you in 10th standard. Now let us see, I will show some examples and then we will solve the examples on the Venn diagram. Okay, now let us understand the use of the Venn diagram from the following example. Means how we can use or how we can draw the Venn diagram. Now, if you will see the example, that is in the set A, I have taken both the methods over here, listing method as well as the rule method. Okay, so you will able to distinguish and know how to write it in the Venn diagram form. Okay, so first, that is the set A, I have taken in the listing method, that is the A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listing method, as you know that it is separated by commas each and every element of the set. Okay, so this particular set A, in that 5 elements are there and they are separated by the commas. And if I want to write or draw a Venn diagram of this set A, okay, if I want to draw a Venn diagram of this set A, then simple, you can use, as I told you, any shape you can use for drawing the Venn diagram. Okay, circle, oval, rectangle. So here set A, I have used closed figure. Okay, this is a closed figure. You have seen the definition of the Venn diagram. It is represented with the closed figure. So circle, in that elements I have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now wherever in the circle you can write this element. Now by looking at this set A, okay, you can easily identify that this is the name of the set, that is the set A, and in this set these are the elements, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here no other methods are used like rule method or any other method. Only the elements will be shown to you and you have to write that elements. Okay, so here set A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Simply draw the circle, give the name of the set, that is A, and that particular name of the set, you know that you have to use what? Capital letters. Okay, and you write at one end of any corner. Okay, now here I have taken a circle, so wherever in the circle, mention the name of the set at any one corner. Okay, you can use left, right, below, above, anywhere, but mention the name of the set with the capital letters. Okay, and after mentioning it, write all the elements which are there in the set wherever you want it. Okay, wherever you want it. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you will see only this circle, you can easily write that this particular is a set A, and in this set there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Okay, so this is how, when listing method is given, we can draw the Venn diagram. Okay, now let's see the rule method, that is another example. So b is equal to x. Okay, b is equal to x such that now this particular x, it belongs to where? Minus 10 to 0. And you can see the sign less than or greater than or equal to. That means what? This minus 10 and 0 you have to include. Okay, you have to include. That is, see here, minus 10 is less than or equal to x less than or equal to 0. When students, this equal to sign comes, this is less than or equal to, this is greater than and equal to. So when this equal to sign comes, that means the first and the last number, here both the side equal to sign is there. So this number you have to include when you write it in the listing method, and this particular it will come in the rule method. Okay, because here variable is used. In rule method we are using the variable. Okay, so this, try to understand that this variable x, it belongs to, where it belongs, see this x is between, so this particular x is between from where to where, it is minus 10 to 0. Okay, now minus 10 minus 10, if here it is given equal to, now suppose if they give you minus 10 less than x less than 0, now here no equal to sign is there, equal to sign is there, no, so you will not include minus 10 and 0. Okay, you will not include minus 10 and 0. This pay attention very carefully, because here many students, they do mistake. Okay, when equal to sign is there, then also they write minus 10. When it is not there, then also they write the minus 10. So here, while writing in the listing form, you have to be very, very careful. When equal to sign, less than or equal to means minus 10, you have to include. Okay, but if only less than is there, only less than is there, then you will not include minus 10, but start from minus 9, minus 8, minus 7, and so on. Okay, so this is important thing that you need to understand. Okay, so minus 10 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 0, where x is an integer. As I told you, the set of numbers we have studied, so they are always there in the always mentioned in the set. Okay, so x is an integer, so integer means what? All positive, negative, and 0 will come. Okay, integer means what? All positive, negative, and 0. But along with the integer, this x, it lies between minus 10 to 0. So when you want to write the set using the Venn diagram, here I have used the square. Okay, here you can see I have written B, set B, name of the set below. Okay, wherever you can write, but write it at the corner using the capital letter. Okay, now this I have converted, or I have written, see, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, and minus 10. I have included minus 10 and 0. Why? Because here it is less than or equal to sign is there. Okay, so this is how you can represent any set using the Venn diagram. Okay, whether it is a listing method or whether it is a rule method. Okay, now in the last lecture we have seen in the types of sets, equal set we have we studied. Okay, so that particular equal set also we can represent with the help of the Venn diagram. Okay, so Venn diagram you can use to represent any type of the set, to represent any type of set. Okay, so two sets A and B are said to be equal if every element of set A is in set B and every element of set B is in set A. Now here, see here, in set A, see here, you can see, and in set B, okay, denote it with the capital letter and write anywhere in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here also 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. So normally we write it what? A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, in the listing method. Same way, B is equal to again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and all the elements which are there in B, they are in A, and which are in A, they are in B. So we write it what? A equals to B. Now this we have studied, but this equal set, it can be represented in such a way that is in the Venn diagram method. Okay, see here, I have drawn two circles, that is the set A and set B. I have listed the element in both the element and both the elements. Okay, that is element in A, they are same in set B, and elements in set B, they are same in set A. So here they are what? Equal. So any set you can represent with the help of the Venn diagram. Okay, no matter that it is a singleton set. A singleton set also you can represented by a Venn diagram. Empty set also you can represented by a Venn diagram. Okay. Next, now let us take the example. Okay, now we'll see one example. Take the set of natural numbers from 1 to 20 as universal set and show set X and Y using the Venn diagram. Now, this particular universal set, okay, universal set, as I told you that we are going to study in detail. Okay, so right now we are doing the Venn diagram. So let us understand the Venn diagram. I will explain, but first two sets are given, that is the set X and set Y. Now in set X, what is the condition? See here, X belongs to natural number. Okay, and X belongs to natural number. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But this X, it lies between from where to where? From 7 to 15. Okay, from 7 to 15. Now here you can see that is 7 less than X less than 15. Okay, so that means you will not include 7 and 15 in the set. Okay, you will not include 7 and 15 in the set. Okay, so how you will write it in the listing method? First of all, here one set is given, that is the universal set. Universal set is, we are going to study in detail about it, but let us understand that universal set, it is the biggest set of all. Okay, it is the biggest set of all. So in that universal set, there are natural number from 1 to 20. So here u is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on till 20. Okay, natural numbers, but only 1 to 20. Now, out of that natural number 1 to 20, we have to represent these two sets. So first is what? X, and condition is given that X, it belongs or it is between 7 to 15 and it is a natural number. Okay, so 7 to 15 means what? 8. See here, X is equal to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. You will not include 15 and 7 in this set X. Okay, now Here this I want to show it using the Venn diagram. Now this is my question. This is my question. And this question first I have converted in the listing method. Okay. And then I have drawn the Venn diagram. So if it is given already in the listing method, directly you can draw the Venn diagram. But if it is given in the rule method, first converted in the in listing form and then draw the Venn diagram. Okay. So first universal set. Now universal set, you just keep in mind that universal set, it is denoted by letter U. Okay. And for drawing the universal set, we are using only and only rectangles. Only and only what? Rectangles. This you keep in mind. Okay. So this is a universal set and you can see the rectangle over here. And in this rectangle, there are natural number 1 to 20. But out of that 1 to 20, from 8 to 14, that is in the set X. Okay. So in this universal set, one smaller set is there, that is the set X. Okay. And in that set, there are element 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. Okay. So you draw first a rectangle, show it, it is a universal set. In that rectangle, one set that you have to show, that is the set X. Okay. So you can take it another square you can take, or a circle or a triangle. Okay. To be represented using a Venn diagram. And whatever the elements are there apart from the X, okay, apart from the X, that you show outside the circle. Why? Because they are in the universal set. Now this is the biggest set. Universal set is the biggest set. Okay. In that 1 to 20 are there. But out of that 1 to 20, from 8 to 14, it is there in the set X. Okay. It is there in the set X. Same in the set Y. Y is equal to Y such that Y belongs to N. Again, it belongs to a natural number. But what is that Y? It is a prime number from 1 to 20. Now, prime numbers, they are numbers which come in the table of 1 and itself. Okay. So, here Y is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19 from 1 to 20. That means all the prime numbers between 1 to 20, and prime numbers, it starts from 2. 2 is the even as well as the prime. Okay. So see, all the things which we have studied, we are connecting to each and every example. Okay. So Y is equal to, write it in the listing form. Same, draw a rectangle, that is the universal set, and in that rectangle, show it by a triangle, square, circle, oval, representing the set Y. Okay. And in the set Y, which are the element 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and the remaining element, you show it outside the circle. Okay. You show it what? Outside the circle. So this is how, if it is given in the rule method, first steps are what? Convert it in the listing method and draw the Venn diagram. Okay. Now here, activity which is given in your textbook itself. Set of students in a class and set of students in the same class who can swim are shown by a Venn diagram. So any example you can take. Okay. So set of students in the class and set of girls in your class, or set of boys in your class. Okay. So that you can show it by the Venn diagram, or the students, set of students in your class, then set of students writing or using the ball pen, set of students using gel pen. Okay. So any example, any set, you can show it with the help of the Venn diagram. Now your set of students in the class, this is the set of students, that is, this is the bigger set, which is your class. Okay, and from your class there are some students, they can swim. Okay, keep in mind this example, students, because we are going to use this example in our next topic. Okay, that is the subset. So students in your class, this is the whole, or this is the biggest one, and out of that you can show it the students who can swim by using another set. Okay, okay, solve the following problems. X is equal to x such that x belongs to n, that is what, natural number, and x lies between 5 to 10. That means this condition is given: 5 is less than x is less than 10. Okay, so this x, it is between from where to where? From 5 to 10. Now here you can see only less than is given, only less than. So you will not include 5 and 10 in the set. Okay, then another set is given, u is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 15. Show the following set by Venn diagram. Okay, so first convert it in the listing form. So that is, if x, let us write the set x, x is equal to, x lies between from where to where? 5 to 10, but you will not include 5 and 10. So it will be 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, and u is equal to, they have given 1, 2, 3 till 15. Okay, till 15. So here, how you can draw the Venn diagram of this? First, draw the rectangle. Okay, here u, write the name of the set u. Okay, after this, whenever, see students, whenever u is given, that means u means what? Universal set. U is given, always use rectangle and denote this u outside the rectangle. Okay, Venn diagram we are using, but whenever it is given universal set, see that u is written outside the rectangle. That is more important. Okay, if it is given x and y, then I told you that x and y you have to write it inside the Venn diagram. Okay, at any corner of that particular closed figure. So here u is given, so I have drawn a rectangle, and this u I have written outside the rectangle at one corner. Okay, you can use any corner, but it should be written outside the rectangle. Okay, now okay, so this x we have to represent. So first draw the circle. Okay, here you can write down x, name of the set, and in this circle write down the elements which are there in the set x, that is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, wherever you can write down. Then apart from this 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever the elements are left over from the u, that you have to show outside this circle. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 it is there, 7, 8, 9 it is also there, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Okay. So after drawing the rectangle, first draw the set which is given. Okay. First draw the set which is given and then write the elements. Okay. Then write the elements. So first x, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, and the leftover element from the universal set you write it down outside the circle. Okay. So Venn diagram you can use for one set or for more than one set. Okay. So I think that with the help of this example, it is clear. Okay. Now we have example was given and we have drawn the Venn diagram. Now here already the Venn diagram is given. You have to just write the set. Okay. You have to just write the set. But for writing the set, your diagram is given and by looking at the diagram, you have to write the element. So let us see. Observe the Venn diagram and write the sets. So your Venn diagram, it is already given and you have to write the set. So you can see here, three sets are given. That is the U, then A and B. Three sets are given. Okay. So let us start how we will write it. Let us see. First, let us take the universal set. Okay. The biggest set, U, set U. Okay. So U is equal to whatever the elements you can see, whatever the element you can see, that all elements you have to write. Okay. So 1, then 2, 3, 4 is there. Yes. 4, 5. Yes. 5 is also there. Then 6. 6 is not there. 7 is there. Then 8 is there. 9. Then 10. 11. 12 is not there. 13. Okay. Any more after that? No. 13 is the last one. So U is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. That means whatever all the elements are there, that first you write it down. Okay. Why? Because U is the universal set. It is the biggest set. Okay. Now after that, let us write the set A and B. Okay. Now I will write it down. Set A. A is equal to. Now here there are chances of doing the mistake. So see here, this particular A, you can see the set A. Okay. So in set A, 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. Yes. 1, 2, 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 5 is there and 7. Okay. This is the whole set A. Yes. So here write it down all the elements. In the similar way, set B is equal to. Now here also set B. This is the set B. Okay. This is the set B. Which are the elements in set B? 1, 5, 10, 8, 9. So these are the elements in set B. So here if you write the element in any order, it will do. Order is not important, but including all the elements it is more important. Okay, you have to include each and every element from the set. Order is not important over here. Okay, so whenever the diagram is given, with the help of that diagram you can write the set. But one thing you must have noticed, students, that for drawing the Venn diagram, listing method is very, very important. So if you know how to convert the rule method into the listing method, you can draw the Venn diagram. Okay. Or if Venn diagram is given, that Venn diagram, it can be written only and only in the listing method. Okay, only and only in the listing method. Okay, so this keep in mind. Now next, that is, if u is equal to 1 3 5 7 9 11 and p is equal to 159, represent the following set using the Venn diagram. Now, whatever the example we have seen previously, it was mentioned that universal set. Okay, universal set. But here in the students, in the question, they have not mentioned that u is a universal set. Of course, that u, it is used to represent the universal set. Okay, but in the question, they must have mentioned that u is a universal set. Here they have taken, purposely I have taken this example. U is given, but it is not mentioned that U is a universal set. Okay, so here two sets are given, U and P. Okay, and these two sets you have to represent by using the Venn diagram. Okay, by using what? Venn diagram. So simply, that is, you can use any closed figure. Okay, two are there, so I will draw two. This is set P. Okay, and in the set P, which are the elements? 1, 5 and 9. Okay, 1, 5 and 9. And whatever the elements are there, they are in the U. So 1 already I have written. What remains? 3, 7 and 11. So this is U. Okay, when it is mentioned that U is a universal set, then that time this U, you have to write it down outside the figure. Okay, otherwise only the notation of the letter you mention inside the closed figure anywhere at the corner. Okay, so here U is equal to 1 3 5 7 9 11 and P is equal to 1 5 9. Okay, so here P is set 1 5 9 and U 3 7 11, the leftover element apart from the set P. So this is how you can represent it by using the Venn diagram. Okay, so any question, if they give you that set is given, you have to draw the Venn diagram. It is very simple, but you need to see or check whether the following set, it is there in the listing method or not. If it is not there, then first convert it into the listing method and then draw the Venn diagram. Okay, and this drawing of the Venn diagram, it is very, very important because in further lecture, that is in the subset and further lecture, we are going to use this concept frequently. Okay, now the last example, that is, observe the Venn diagram again and write the set. Here also again two Venn diagrams are given. Okay, you can see that the name of the set, that is the set X, and set Y is given, and it is denoted by the capital letter. Okay, so there are two sets. One is the set X and one is the set Y. Okay, and just observe this Venn diagram and you have to write the elements which are present in both the sets. Okay, so X is equal to, now what is there in the set X? Okay, which are the elements in set A? That is A, B, C and D. Okay, these are the four elements which you can see in this set X. And also you can observe that for drawing the two Venn diagram, here I have used the square, okay, and here I have used what? Oval, a circle. So for drawing the Venn diagram, you can use any closed figure. Okay, so what are the element in the set X? That is the A, B, C, D, and in the set Y, which are the elements? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So quickly we have note down the elements from the two sets. So this is the magic of the Venn diagram. So Venn diagram is given, then it is very easy and it is very useful to write the set. Okay, so this is how is Venn diagram used when the sets are given. Okay, so this particular Venn diagram, it is very useful and obvious that it is very easy for us to identify or to note down the element which is given in any particular set. Okay, it is easier for us to notify or to note down what are the elements which are given in the set. Okay, so if Venn diagram is given, you can write down that particular set within a second. I will say within a second, not within a minute. Within a second, you can note down all the elements which are present in that particular set. Okay, but same case if it is given in the rule method or especially the rule method, you have to think over it that that particular variable, it belongs to which set of numbers, whether it is a natural number, whole number, integer, and what further condition is given. That means that particular variable, it belongs to from which and which number. Okay, so that first you have to understand it. Sometimes equations are given, sometimes equations are given, you need to solve that equation and then you have to convert it in the listing method. So for doing the rule method, it takes a time, it takes a time, but when the Venn diagram is given, you can list that elements within a second, within a second. So this is how the Venn diagram, they are very much useful and obvious that they are, they makes us easier to write the set, to write the set. I hope that today we have taken the Venn diagram. Okay, so that particular thing, Venn diagram concept, it is understood by you all. And this, as I told you, that this we are going to use in further topics. So you practice well. Okay, practice well different example from the Venn diagram. Again tomorrow we will see the next subtopics. Okay, so if you have any doubt in this, you can ask. If you have any doubt, because still we are having 5 minutes, so you can ask the doubt. If you are understood, you can raise your hand. I can see many of them, they have raised their hand. Fourteen, 15. Very good. Okay. Okay. So from your response, I can see here that now it is easier for you to study the example based on the Venn diagram. Okay. And this Venn diagram, obvious that in each and every topic further, we are going to use it frequently. Okay. So that's why this is a very small topic, but I have taken a special session for this special lecture. The whole lecture I have spent it on this. Okay. Okay. Now raising the hand, that means you have understood. Now, any doubt? Okay, you can raise down your hand.
Yes, teacher. Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir, I have completed.
Yes, teacher. Okay. Okay. Teacher.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.